Welcome to my apothecary. Today we're delving into the fascinating connection between traditional Western herbalism and Eastern Chinese medicine, focusing on herbs and mushrooms that nourish the brain, enhance mental clarity, and support memory. Whether you're struggling with occasional brain fog, or studying for an important exam, or looking for ways to enhance mental clarity for you or a loved one, keeping our minds sharp and keeping our memory intact is essential. Join me as we explore the incredible benefits of Ginkgo Biloba, American ginseng, reishi, cordyceps, and lion's mane mushrooms. We'll uncover how these powerful botanicals work, their unique advantages, and how you can integrate them into your daily routine with some great recipes. You won't want to miss this. Herbal traditions around the world have long sought to enhance cognitive ability and longevity. In European herbalism, plants like Ginkgo Biloba have been prized for centuries for their ability to improve circulation to the brain. And in native cultures, American ginseng has been used for its adaptogenic and memory-enhancing properties. On the other side of the world, traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM for short, have relied on medical mushrooms like cordyceps, lion's mane, and reishi mushrooms for their adaptogenic properties to help relieve stress, create stress resilience, enhance clarity, and nerve regeneration. By blending these traditions, we can create a holistic approach to brain health and memory care. Ginkgo biloba, one of the oldest living tree species, has been used for centuries to support brain health and memory. Packed with powerful antioxidants, ginkgo improves blood flow to the brain, enhancing cognitive function, focus, and mental clarity. Studies suggest it may help slow age-related decline, supporting memory retention and overall brain vitality. Today I'm going to show you how to take a plain bag of herbal tea and supercharge it for your brain. We're just going to add a few ingredients and it's going to amp it up for brain health, for cognitive function, and to just make you feel great. So we're going to add in a few ingredients. One is some lion's mane mushroom. Two is some reishi mushrooms, some ginkgo biloba, and some ginseng root. Then we're going to add some extras to make it extra flavorful. So as we've discussed before, these medical mushrooms really do help with cognitive function, and they're pretty easy to incorporate into everyday life. You can use them as powders, but I'm going to use them as dried mushrooms, so they'll absorb this hot water that I'm making for my tea, so I don't have to shred them or do them up like in the blender or in a food processor to make them powdery. So I'm just going to pop in with my herb tea bag the lion's mane mushroom. I'm going to break up some ginseng root. This is dry, but the more surface area that you have with it, the better off you're going to be. And then I'm going to take a couple small pieces of the reishi mushroom and do the same thing to it. It's a little woody, but it should soften with the hot water and cause no problems. And then I'm going to add a little bit of ginkgo to it. Ginkgo biloba is not the best tasting flavor on the planet, so once we get to the tea portion, when we get ready to drink it, I'm going to add some flavor and some dimension to it by putting in just a dash of my own homemade elderberry syrup. It's going to add a bit of a fruity flavor to it, and not only am I getting the memory benefits and the mind benefits of these herbs and these botanicals, but I'm also getting an immune boost. So take your boiling water and then pour it into your tea kettle. The botanicals will absorb that hot water and infuse it into a great memory boosting tea. We're going to come back to this in about 5 minutes and then enjoy a cup of tea. Our tea is just about ready. So I'm going to plunge that down so that the herbs and botanicals don't end up in my tea. It actually smells wonderful. The green tea and the herbs that are in the tea inherently are very delicious. But the mushrooms tend to be very earthy, so I want to add something that's going to somewhat counteract that, but also add some goodness. So I'm going to add just a teaspoon of my elderberry syrup. Give that a stir. You can add lemon, you can add honey, but if you've got this stuff, let's put it in there. It's going to help your memory. It's definitely going to help your brain activity, your cognitive function. To your health and to a better brain.
American ginseng. This adaptogenic root has been used for centuries to enhance cognitive function, improve memory, and combat mental fatigue. Rich in ginsenosides, it helps regulate stress while boosting brain circulation, leading to improved concentration and sustained energy without the jitters. Studies show that it supports mental performance, making it a powerful ally for students, professionals, and anyone looking to stay sharp.
Now we're going to make a quick and easy tincture for brain health, for memory care. It's simple. We're going to use two herbal ingredients. One is Ginkgo Biloba. The other is American ginseng. Now these are the dried roots of the ginseng plant. Make sure that you're getting something. If you are in the Midwest, you can find local sources for this, or in Appalachia. I buy these from a place down near Athens, Ohio. I make sure that I'm getting them from a sustainable source. So somebody who is very cognizant of the land and cognizant of the plants, making sure that they're not taking too much, make sure that they're not stripping, and make sure that they're caring for these plants because they are somewhat endangered. It's very, very simple. We're going to break this root up, more surface area that the menstruum, we're going to be using ethyl alcohol today, can touch, and to absorb in, the better and stronger your tincture is going to be. So break these up, chop them if you can. You'll probably break your knife, so just make sure that you're breaking them up and don't use too big of pieces. Then we're going to add in probably about 3 tablespoons of the ginseng. Make sure that your jar is about half full. This is a small little jelly jar. It's very easy to use. I like the clamp downs with the hermetic seal on them. They're very, very simple. Then it's a matter of pouring over your ethyl alcohol. Make sure it's ethyl alcohol and not isopropyl or anything else. And make sure that everything is covered. Maybe give it a minute for the dried ingredients like the ginkgo to absorb some of the alcohol, and then add just a tinge more before you label it and seal it. We're just going to seal that and clamp it shut. Give it a bit of a swirl. I might add a little more alcohol to it a little later. This should brew for about 6 weeks. Then you strain it off, put it into a bottle with dropper, and you can put it into your tea, or you can microdose it under your tongue, whatever works for you. You're going to get brain power, you're going to get mental clarity, you'll have memory enhancement with this tincture.
Reishi mushrooms, known as the mushroom of immortality, are packed with antioxidants and polysaccharides. Reishi helps protect neurons from oxidative stress, supporting long-term cognitive function. Its adaptogenic properties reduce mental fatigue, promote relaxation, and enhance focus, making it ideal for stress resilience and clear thinking. By balancing the nervous system and improving sleep quality, reishi creates a foundation for optimal brain performance.
Mushrooms for breakfast? I know it sounds silly, but I'm going to help you make a smoothie that is delicious and gives you a great start for the day and incorporates some of the botanicals that we've been talking about to keep your brain fresh and keep your mind right. So what we're going to be doing is using some of the botanicals. One is the reishi mushroom. The other is lion's mane mushroom. Then we're going to combine it with a few other things like frozen bananas, dates, a great seed mixture of flax, hemp, and chia seeds. And then we're also going to use the secret ingredient, cocoa. And then we're going to use some sort of milk. So I won't venture into the debate of whether traditional dairy milk or a plant alternative is the right way to go. So I'm going to let you decide that, what's right for you and what's right for your gut. So we're going to use our fantastic Waring blender. I've had this thing for probably 30 years. It works great. Never had a problem with it. Hopefully we don't today. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to combine the frozen bananas. Now, you can get organic bananas at the supermarket or from a specialty food store. This is in place of ice. It also adds flavor. So I get extras from what we normally eat, and then I just peel them, chop them up, and put them in the freezer. That way I can use them later for things like smoothies. Then we're going to add in a tablespoon of the lion's mane mushroom. We're going to add in a teaspoon plus, maybe 2 teaspoons, of the reishi mushrooms. We're also going to add a tablespoon of this mixture. Like I said, this is chia seeds, flax seed, and hemp. So really delicious for you. So there's all the healthy things. Now let's get to the delicious things. We're also going to put in a chopped up date. So this is going to give you sweetness. It's also a great source of fiber. Then we're going to also add about 2 teaspoons, keeping, of course, of really high-fat cocoa. Don't go with a low-fat. It really does taste like chalk. Get something that's quite delicious. And if you want to gild the lily at all, you can actually add some honey as well. I'm not going to, but you can. I have 2 choices. I have dairy milk. This is whole milk. I don't buy low fat or skim. I think the chemical process of skimming them is kind of gross. Although these folks don't, it's still, I like the full fat. You just have to shake it up a bit, make sure that you get the cream reintegrated into the milk, because this particular one is not homogenized. The other choice is to use a non-dairy alternative. Since I want this to be really delicious, rich, and creamy, I'm going to use a pistachio milk if I'm going to use something that's plant-based. I think that from the difference of almond and oat milk and things like that, I don't particularly care for oat milk. It kind of tastes very dry. Pistachio milk tends to be creamier. Also, make sure that you're looking for a sustainable harvester of those particular nuts. In California, in some of the drier climates, the almonds can take a lot of water, so that's why I kind of steer clear of almond milk. Pistachio milk seems to be a little bit more sustainable. So, with that, I'm going to just add a little bit anyway. But then I'm going to use the rest with a little bit of dairy milk. Now, if your cream hasn't separated, which mine has not, I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir and pour some in. I love cream. So then we're going to blend it. Start it off on low, just to break up that banana. Once the banana is fully broken up, you can increase the speed and increase the power to get that whipped flavor. And you want to listen. Once it stops banging around, it's going to be done. Alright, we're just about there. Go ahead and shut your blender off. And then, ooh, it looks like the best chocolate shake. It's rich, it's creamy, it's smooth, and super delicious. So this as a augmentation for your breakfast, or even a replacement for your breakfast, is delicious and nutritious. Chocolatey, full of banana, full of health. You can't taste the mushrooms, you really can't taste the seed mix, and you've got a perfect start for your day.
Cordyceps mushrooms, nature's fuel for a sharper mind and lasting energy. Known for boosting oxygen uptake and circulation, cordyceps enhances mental clarity, focus, and memory by delivering more oxygen to the brain. Its adaptogenic properties combat fatigue, reduce stress, and support cognitive endurance, making it ideal for mental performance and longevity. Lion's mane mushroom, nature's key to sharper thinking and stronger memory. This powerful nootropic stimulates the nerve growth factor, or NGF, supporting brain cell regeneration and cognitive function. Studies show lion's mane enhances focus, boosts memory, and may even help protect against neurodegenerative decline. Whether you're looking to stay mentally sharp, improve learning, or support long-term brain health, this mushroom is a game changer.
Next, we're going to make a tri-mushroom capsule. So this is brain power in a tiny, tiny little device, just a little gelatin capsule. I had some lion's mane mushrooms and some reishi mushrooms left over from my breakfast smoothie. So I was going to blend those up with some cordyceps mushrooms just to make it extra powerful. So if you have a coffee grinder, something that you can dedicate to spices and grinding things other than coffee, it's best. So I'm going to put my cordyceps mushrooms in. So these are great for memory and for energy levels. The lion's mane mushroom is good for brain health and memory, and then the reishi mushroom is great as an adaptogen to relieve stress and also for overall brain health. Really easy, really simple, is you put those in your grinder and make a lot of noise, grinding them to a fine powder. So while that's grinding, I'm going to show you a little bit about these capsules. I get these online, but you can get them at pretty much any health food store. You can get them that are gelatin-based, like these, but they are kosher and halal certified. Or you can get vegan ones if that is a concern for you. It isn't for me, so I get the gelatin ones. I think that they dissolve better in your digestive tract. Anyway, I can hear that my powder is just about ready. Before I start fiddling too much with my gelatin capsules, I'm going to throw on some gloves. Separate out a capsule, and they come apart in two pieces. A large end, which we won't probably get that close up, and then a small little cap end. I do use a specific tool set for making capsules. They have spoons and tampers and things like that that work very well for making capsules, making pills. You can get them online. They're not terribly expensive, like I've said before. This one was probably around $12. Very simple. You could also get a capsule making machine if you like to spend lots of money. If you're making these in mass, that might be helpful for you. Usually that can grind everything, load it into a bin, and then the capsules are actually made pretty much automatically. But we're going to go the manual route here. So you simply take the large end of your capsule, scoop up product, and put it in. And do that until you have a pretty full capsule. It's a little messy, but not too terrible. Then you take a tamper and you tamp it down so that you are pressing it into the capsule so you can get the most amount of product in the capsule itself. Now, if you have a place to set this, great. If not, you have to get very dexterous with your fingers so that you can fill up the top half of the capsule so you're getting the maximum amount in there. Then once you're done, and this takes some trickery, is that you put those two together and form your capsule. Now, make a quantity of these. Take one every day or two every day. You can take them with your meals. That is going to reduce your oxidative stress and your stress levels with the reishi mushrooms. They're very adaptogenic. Then the lion's mane mushroom is great for brain health and memory. And the cordyceps are great for energy and brain health. So you've got a powerful, powerful ally in a very small capsule. These powerful botanicals can be easily integrated into your lifestyle through capsules, tinctures, and teas. Whether you need better focus, memory support, or long-term brain health, the synergy of ginkgo, ginseng, and medical mushrooms offer a natural way to support cognitive function. If you enjoyed this deep dive into herbal brain boosters, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends.